In Sporty news today, Hatem Ben Arfa escapes from a sect, a party atmosphere at the Africa Cup of Nations, vegetarians lash out against Dirk Nowitzki, Lionel Messi's brain analyzed, and Travis Rice, a snowboarder who knows no bounds. Hatem Ben Arfa isn't doing too well with Newcastle. 1 year after breaking his tibia and fibula, the French international has trouble making the opening team. The player, often considered the bad boy of French football, shared his innermost thoughts in an interview with French sports daily L'Équipe. He mentions a particularly troubled time during which he almost joined a sect. It was back in July 2008, a few months before transferring from Lyon to Marseille. Amidst an identity crisis, he started reading about Sufism, a spiritual and mystical school of Islam. His meeting with singer Abdel Malik and his agent precipitated things. Both are adherents to Sufism and indoctrinated Hatem Ben Arfa. The footballer, who was very fragile at the time, even traveled to Morocco to meet the sheikh, the spiritual leader of this sect. He was asked to kiss the man's feet. At that point, Hatem regained his senses. "My ego saved me. I couldn't go through with it," he says. The player doesn't hold a grudge against Abdel Malik. He considers that he's the only one responsible for having been taken in by their rhetoric. To think that the football star could have ended up in a sect. Hatem Ben Arfa made it out in one piece and now plans on speaking out to warn other potential victims. The 2012 CAN kicked off on January the 21st. The competition that pits the best teams in Africa against each other is taking place in Gabon and Equatorial Guinea. First for both countries. Gabon saw big by creating the country's first human pixel in the Amitié Stadium of Libreville, which will be hosting the final of this 28th edition. Here's a taste of the atmosphere in the stadiums, filled with a lively beat of the official song of the mascot of the CAN, Africa Chute Ballon, meaning Africa kick the ball, an upbeat ode to fair play. Vegetarians have it in for Dirk Nowitzki. It all started out with a commercial for a bank starring the NBA reigning champion with the Dallas Mavericks. The bank in question was ING DiBa. The German basketball player was seen eating a slice of sausage because apparently that's the secret ingredient which helped him grow big and strong. No one thought this ad would become so controversial. And yet German newspaper Die Welt reported that vegetarian associations were shocked by the ad. They posted a great number of complaints on the bank's Facebook page and explained that showing Nowitzki eating meat to justify his physical aptitudes was shocking. Vegetarian associations even demanded the bank apologize, and it rapidly complied. The reputations of the basketball player and of the bank were at stake. Lionel Messi is a genius. Proof lies in the fact that he has just won his third consecutive Golden Ball. Following this win, the FC Barcelona player posted a video in which he thanks his fans via his sponsor. His message is clear: he owes them everything. Winning the FIFA World Player is truly a great honor. The best part of receiving great awards is sharing them with you. I'm convinced that the greatness of this sport, the most beautiful game of all, is delivered by the team. So my team, my fans, my family, my friends, my fellow teammates, this one is for all of you. I would also like to return your love and trust. As long as I feel your support, I can't lose. I'm passing this ball straight to you. Congratulations and thank you from my heart. Lionel Messi's genius is going to be studied by scientists. A university in the Netherlands is going to carry out a detailed study of the Argentine's brain. The goal is to find out how Messi takes split-second decisions and uses these results to prevent certain illnesses. Research will cost 500,000 euros. To tide you over until the release of the SSX video game in February, snowboarding champion Travis Rice discusses how he feels in the face of danger.
Travis Rice, hailing from Jackson Hole, Wyoming, 28 years young, and yeah, snowboarding has become my occupation. Standing on top of some of those peaks up there, there's hazards everywhere. You can't see anything, and there's just huge exposure. Most notably, you have rocks. If you're in glaciated terrain, you have crevices and avalanches, one of the #1 killers in the backcountry. So, you know, it's kind of all those factors. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it definitely doesn't. It's a series of checks and balances, making sure that you're confident with what you're going to ride, that there's no doubt, that you know where you're going to be going. You know, you have your kind of exit strategies.